So I'm going to hold my hands up on this one and say that lightweight gaming mice are not really my forte at the moment. And this video you're watching now stems from my Gravistar Mercury M2 gaming mouse review, in which I said that the M2 was a decent budget-friendly lightweight gaming mouse. And it didn't take long for people to pick up on what I said and proceeded to give me some suggestions on why I am wrong. And yes, hands up, I really was. Now, what was surprising and also really one of the main reasons I'm making this video at all is because the people who commented suggestions on what was lighter and also cheaper were very civilized, which was a refreshing feeling. Of course, being on the internet, as you well know, isn't the friendliest of places at times. And this is why today I wanted to talk about the Attack Shark X3, a 40-something pound gaming mouse I picked up from Amazon, suggested by a few users in the Gravistar video, and it weighs just under 50 grams, making this right now one of the lightest gaming mice that I've ever used, and to tell you now, I love it. But it didn't come without apprehension. And by that, I really mean this thing is called the Attack Shark, for God's sake. I mean, I'm in my 30s and I grew up in a world where you had two types of controller, the official one from the console manufacturer and the Mad Catz, which was pretty much reserved for your brother or when you had your mates around. Now, of course, there is a place in this world for the Mad Catz controllers, as they're usually much cheaper than the official stuff, but you know, I do feel like a bit of a dinosaur with this stuff at times, and Attack Shark as a brand name just reminded me of that. But I bought one, I'm currently using it on my gaming rig, and I'm putting in the time with this thing, and it's been such a great experience so far. The Attack Shark X3, I will say now, is boring. The box it came in is boring. The mouse itself is just plain black or white or purple or red or whatever color you choose, and is very boring looking. There's no flair, there's no RGB lighting or branding or anything that'll make it stand out, though you can choose a paint job on Amazon that looks like a little bit more interesting if you want. If this mouse was in a general electronics store, then you'd probably walk past it and dismiss it being cheap. It is that basic. But on the other side of the scale, it's a gaming mouse that's been built for purpose, and that's to be as lightweight and accurate as possible, and I think it succeeded in every aspect. So the whole thing is made from plastic, though not in a cheap way. You're not going to be crushing this thing with your hand pressure. It has a smooth texture though, and no rubberized sides, which is a bit of a shame, and it's a bit front heavy, so the balance can be a little off. There's enough grip to whip the mouse across the pad, but it is very slippery. You've got some very satisfying clicks thanks to the Kale Black Mamba switches for left and right clicks with no real wobble, and the actuation is very nice and clicky, and the bounce rate is nice. Here is a quick sound test for you. The scroll wheel feels solid and not too stiff. It scrolls in increments, making it nice and easy for actions like switching weapons inside of games, for example. The middle mouse click is firm. The side buttons are a little too far back for my liking, but depending on your hand size, your experience may vary, though the clicks here again are satisfying enough. The Attack Shark X3 is sitting on two large skates, being at the front and rear of the base and one around the center sensor. And though I have seen some people complain about moving it around, I've not really had any issues really. It's felt nice and smooth on my cheapo Amazon mousepad, and the Pixar 3395 sensor has been flawless for me as well. Now, I know I've said in previous mouse videos that I'm not sitting here playing esports titles and really needing a mouse like this to improve my aim. I'm more of a casual gamer. I play a lot of Overwatch casually in quick match. I've been playing some Anno 1800 recently. I've been hitting that hard, and I've just downloaded that Power World game to see what all the fuss is about. I'm not spending countless hours inside of Counter-Strike 2 or Valorant, and while my experience has been very nice, the fact that this mouse, which costs around the £40 mark for me, even includes a sensor like the Pixar 3395, is decent. Is it safe to call this mouse the ultimate budget-friendly, lightweight mouse yet? Having the PixArt 3395 sensor means that you can get a maximum of 26,000 DPI with 50G of acceleration. There is a tracking speed of 650 IPS, and you've got a millimeter of liftoff distance. It has something called motion sync, which, similar to the Gravistar M2, synchronizes the sensor readings with polling events. It's supposed to make your motion in your movements feel more consistent, but hey, it feels the same to me as my Logitech 502X and any other of gaming mice I've used in the past. I did say I was a casual gamer, right? On the bottom, you can also find 3 buttons surrounding the sensor. At the top, you have a slider to switch the mouse between 2.4G and Bluetooth, of which I'm using 2.4G as a dongle was provided in the box. This also can be stored in the base of the mouse as well. The left button is there to adjust the DPI increments, which can be set in the Attack Shark software, but more on that in a moment though. And the right hand side is a button for your mode and indicator light. The software, which is a little hard to find, is extremely basic, but that's exactly how I like it. Now, by the way, I found it by going to the Attack Shark Twitter page and then to their link tree and downloading it from there. On the left panel, you've got an area to change click functionality, the ability to set up your macros and also see your battery life. And on the right hand side, you've got your DPI increments, which you can manually set yourself, your polling rate settings and lift off distance settings, and finally your key response time. Now, this is something I've not really experienced before, but I have also seen links online where people were using the Kisona M600 driver here, but I also saw a GitHub page talking about how firmware updates could brick the mouse, and I got a little nervous about doing it myself. The article talks about how you can enable the debounce time adjustment option by doing this, but what kind of difference that will make to my game, I don't know. I'm not really convinced it will. Using the Attack Shark software was good enough for me and what I needed it for. I must say, after using this mouse for the past couple of weeks, I am convinced that there are more unknown brands out there doing some great work. I suppose I'd never really see them because they have tiny marketing budgets, or you know, the likes of SteelSeries, Razer and Logitech and the rest of them are taking up so much space in this gaming mouse market that it's hard for the unknown brands like Attack Shark to really filter through. So thank you for those who suggested I check out this mouse in the comments on the other video. I am so glad that I did. And for £40 in the UK, this mouse is an absolute steal. And I just implore you to go and check it out for yourself. There will be a link in the description so you can go and buy one. Thank you very much for checking out my video on the Attack Shark X3 gaming mouse. If you want to buy one for yourself, as I said, there is a link down below. If you did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, subscribe to keep up with our latest tech and gaming videos, and also let us know in the comments down below what you think about this mouse. Is it something you're going to be using on your gaming rig? And also let us know what else to check out as well. I've definitely dived into some kind of rabbit hole with these unknown branded gaming mice, so I'd like to continue that journey. As I say, thanks very much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.